Come close, seeker of wisdom, and listen well. For I, Anhotep, philosopher and keeper of sacred knowledge, have walked the path of thought for many seasons, and I have pondered deeply the question set before us. What happens when we die? Sit beneath the shade of the sycamore tree, sacred to Hathor, and let me unfold for you the sacred truth as it was taught by our ancestors and carved in hieroglyphs upon the temple walls. Have you ever stood at the edge of the Nile and wondered where its waters go after they vanish into the horizon? So too must we ask, where does the soul journey after the body draws its final breath? To this question, our ancestors gave an answer more enduring than stone. To understand what happens after death, we must first grasp what it means to live. The Egyptians speak of the soul not as one, but as many parts. Chief among these are the Ka and the Ba. The Ka is the vital spark, the divine life force breathed into us by the gods themselves. It is our double, our spiritual twin, born when we are born. The Ba, however, is more subtle. It is the personality, the wandering soul that can leave the body at night or after death, taking the form of a bird with a human head. When a person dies, the Ka departs the flesh and hungers for offerings, bread, beer, incense, and meat laid lovingly at the tomb. The Ba, meanwhile, sets forth on a perilous journey to the Duat, the underworld, ruled by the great and mysterious Osiris. But tell me this, traveler of thoughts, have you prepared your soul for the voyage? Have your deeds been righteous, your heart light? Our ancestors, in their infinite wisdom, prepared for death as one might prepare for a long journey. They created the Book of the Dead, a scroll of spells and prayers meant to guide the Ba through the Duat. Within its pages are the secrets of passing the gates guarded by serpents and demons, the names of divine ferrymen, and the words that unlock the very doors of the netherworld. Imagine, if you will, sailing through a blackened sky on the solar barge of Ra, the sun god, as he journeys through the night. The Ba, if it is wise and well-armed with spells, may join him and escape the devouring serpents of chaos. But tell me, dear student, do you know the name of the guardian at the gate of the 5th hour of night? If not, how will you pass him? After many trials and crossings, the soul arrives at the most solemn of places, the Hall of Ma'at. Here, under the watchful gaze of Anubis, god of embalming and protector of graves, the soul is led to judgment. The heart, seat of memory and emotion, is placed upon the scales of Ma'at, balanced against the feather of truth. Ma'at, the goddess of cosmic order and justice, watches closely. If the heart is heavier than the feather, burdened by lies, cruelty, and selfishness, then it is cast to the devourer, Amit, a fearsome creature part crocodile, lion, and hippopotamus. The soul is obliterated, consigned to eternal nothingness. But if the scales balance, the soul is declared Ma-Keru, true of voice, and is welcomed by Osiris himself into the field of reeds, a paradise where the blessed dead plow fields that yield without labor, where family reunites, and where time flows gently like the Nile in flood. Would your heart pass the weighing, noble listener? Are your deeds such that the gods would call you true of voice? Let us not forget the gods, for they are ever present in death as in life. Osiris, once a king upon earth, now rules over the dead. He is the symbol of resurrection, having himself been torn apart by Set and reassembled by his sister wife Isis, the great magician. Every mummified corpse is an imitation of Osiris, a promise of rebirth. Horus, son of Osiris, avenges his father and protects the soul. In his falcon form, he leads the Ba to the throne of judgment. Thoth, the ibis-headed god of wisdom, records the results of the weighing with his divine quill, while Anubis, jackal-headed and silent, ensures the heart is judged without bias. And Ra, ever reborn with each dawn, offers the hope that the soul, too, may rise again. Is it not wondrous how even the gods must face death and emerge transformed? What lesson, then, do we mortals draw from this divine pattern? We, the living, are not idle while the soul journeys. Embalmers preserve the body with care, knowing that the Ka needs a dwelling. Priests chant hymns, recite spells, and light incense to guide the soul. Family members visit the tomb and offer food, ensuring the Ka does not fade in hunger. Tombs themselves are eternal houses, built to mirror the heavens. Have you seen the paintings within the tomb of Nefertari, wife of Ramses the Great? Stars on the ceilings, gods on the walls, spells in the air. It is a home not for the dead, but for the divine soul reborn. When your time comes, what will your tomb say about the life you lived? So you see, death is not an end, but a transformation. It is the moment where the soul sheds its earthly coil and takes flight through trials, through judgment, and, if it is righteous, into eternal life. The dead are not lost to us. They walk in the field of reeds. They speak through dreams. They dwell in starlight. This is the promise of our people, passed down through dynasties, carved in stone and sung in sacred song, that life continues after death, not as shadow, but as spirit, not as dust, but as light. Now I, Anhotep, philosopher and keeper of ancient knowledge, ask you, dear listener, how will you live, knowing what waits beyond? Will you walk in Ma'at, speak truth, give to the poor, honor the gods? Every day is a step on the journey to eternity. Go now and walk well. The Duat awaits.